It's Sam Jones Flash Gordon, and you better be watching Geek Out SA.
And welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Wednesday again at 8 p.m. and welcome everybody. How's it going?
This is going to become a weekly routine with us, huh?
Yeah, you think?
I think so.
It's not like we've been doing it for like 2 years.
Well, I haven't been doing it for 2 years.
Or at least me.
Maybe you've been doing it for 2 years. I've been around in the background for 2 years, but I haven't been doing it with you as long. I'm unstuck over. Okay. So
now you're unstuck?
Yes, I'm unstuck.
Cool.
So I can talk now. So, obviously everybody can see that I'm wearing my camouflage, although it is mermaids, so it's kind of like a geeky camouflage. And then I have my red, white, and blue necklace because I wanted to say Happy Veterans Day and thank you to all the veterans out here. The producer's wife is here with us, and she is a veteran. Hi. And some of her sons, their sons together, are veterans. My grandfather was a spy during Vietnam, and he's a veteran. One of my really good friends is horribly traumatized from being overseas, but he is a veteran. And I have, we live in Military City, USA, so how can we not know?
Yeah.
Like a million veterans. I could list probably 150 people right now that I know is a veteran. And it takes a lot for those people to go out there every day and fight for us. And so the only thing I can do to fight for them is I do have the kids stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance, and we talk about how important it is, what the military does for us, because I don't think that kids really understand. They're a little more, I guess, desensitized with all of the military games and stuff that they have now available. I don't think they realize what goes into being in the military.
No, I don't think so. I don't know, but it's a lot of times it's a thankless job, and they're there protecting us while we sleep sometimes. And when they're done doing that, a lot of times there's not as much notice, so it's nice that you have a day where you can
like kind of tell them thanks,
even though you should do it all the time.
Yeah, and your mom is really great about that, and she's kind of really helped us see that it's really great to thank the veterans whenever we see them, especially when we see people in uniform currently when we're out, tell them thank you or pick up their meal or do something like that for them. Because, they're the ones that let us be able to do stuff like this. In our country, we can have this show and we can talk about whatever we wanted to on this show, even though we kind of tone it down, but there are a lot of people out there who don't. And then all of the trolls that are out there that troll everybody on the internet and have some kind of ugly thing to say. I mean, they're free to say it.
Yeah, they are.
So, that is the nice thing about this country. You don't have to agree with everybody, but you get to say your piece. So, I don't know. I think it's a good place to live. I don't care what other people
You can
say.
and then you can't. I'm starting to believe that this country is becoming too PC. So you can't say anything without it getting misconstrued some way.
Oh, well, that's just human nature, though. I mean, I don't think that has
It
anything
never
to do
used to
with
be
the
this bad, though.
No, I don't know. I mean, everybody is just kind of like changing their mindset because of things that are becoming more known, and maybe people didn't realize before that they had friends or family members that felt the way people feel, or that had the same type of sexualities that people have nowadays. And I think it's just more in our faces now with the media and everything, and probably all the things were happening before. We just didn't see it as much, and we didn't have it on Facebook, and we didn't have it on Snapchat and Kick and everywhere, and I don't remember when we were kids, really, we didn't have like bullying messages and stuff, and I was bullied really badly for a very long time. So for me, that's like a really sore spot. I see what you mean about being too PC, and sometimes you've got to learn how to suck it up and move on. But for some people, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I know like last week, our last week's show like blew up over something I said about Daniel, the guy that was actually got to see the Star Wars 7 before he passed away just not a few days ago.
Yeah, he passed away like, what, a couple of days after he saw the movie? Or he saw the movie on like November the 5th and he passed away this week or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty, like, it was a good thing that they came through for him because he passed away. And I was pretty appalled at what you were saying.
I mean, I'm not going back on what I said.
Oh no,
but
you would never. And I was surprised to see how many people agreed with you.
Yeah,
they really did. Like they really agreed with you. You know, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
And then some people just really didn't agree with me. So.
Oh, very true. Yeah, there were some people like myself who were really appalled.
I didn't want him to pass away.
No, I don't think you were being mean.
I wasn't being.
It's just your opinion on the matter. Yeah, but yeah, it was a very polarizing effect because there were either people that were with me and they were pretty appalled by what you were saying, or there were people that were with you and they were saying, "Hey, this dude should be worried about family and not a movie." And there's all these other people that are dying, and how come he gets the privilege and they don't?
Yeah.
Just because they weren't loud enough. And yeah, that's kind of true. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's an old saying for a reason.
I don't know. It just comes down to it. Oh, if you ask for it, you can have it. I was like, that's not true in every instance, and it shouldn't be true in every instance. You should have to work for something. No,
you know what's true in every instance? If you ask for it and get backed by a celebrity, then you're going to get it. That's what's true. I mean, have you seen this nonsense where people are watching Shia LaBeouf for 24 hours watch his own movies?
Yeah. Yes.
It is the most ridiculous thing.
It's real. Yes, it's real.
And he's like sitting there in a theater watching his own movies for 24 hours, and he's like, some of the time he's like nodding off, he's eating popcorn. You don't even get to see the movie he's seeing. You're just watching him for 24 hours watch his own movies.
Talking about movies, there are a ton of movies about the military. What are some of our most favorite military movies?
Okay, so I got me a list. For sure, Good Morning Vietnam has to be on there for me.
That's a good one.
Robin Williams is my absolute favorite. It is totally on there for me.
I would totally have to say Full Metal Jacket for me.
Yeah, so I grew up, my friend and I watched Full Metal Jacket, and his dad was a veteran, and he could not tolerate that movie. We did not watch that movie when he was around. Like, he could not tolerate it. But that is a very intense movie.
Oh, yeah.
I, of course, love...
Very not PC for the today.
No.
But it was a snapshot of the 60s.
Yeah, of what was going through and nowadays they can't do that kind of stuff. Or if they do, they better keep it on the DL. They still do it, just not as much
blatant.
as in your face.
As blatant as it was in that movie.
I thought Saving Private Ryan was absolutely wonderful. I love Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was good. What's the one with the guy with the crooked nose? It's always with Vince Vaughn. Owen Wilson. Behind Enemy Lines, right?
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
With Gene Hackman, right?
Yeah.
He was in that. That was a good one.
Oh, anything with Gene Hackman.
One of the most fabulous one we saw recently was Unbroken. Have you seen Unbroken?
No.
That's the one about the Olympian?
Yes.
That gets captured?
And he gets captured. It breaks your heart.
Wow, yeah. No.
That movie broke my heart.
40 days in a lifeboat?
Yeah.
That's just for starters.
And that's just for starters. Like, so much stuff happens to him. It was phenomenal. So that was a spectacular movie. What else? I'm trying to think of what other one.
Tora.
I've never seen Tora.
It's way better than Pearl Harbor. Way better.
So I've never seen Pearl Harbor.
You're better off for that.
Ben Affleck, so you got to stay away from it.
Yeah, even Team America makes fun of Pearl Harbor.
Team America, does that count as a military movie? No, not really.
No, not really.
No. Black Hawk Down.
Starship Troopers.
Okay, we're done.
Is that sci-fi? No, Starship Troopers is amazing. Are you kidding?
Gosh.
Starship Troopers is the
If
best.
you called it Bugs in Space, it's a great movie. If you call it Starship Troopers, no.
I love that movie. It was total camp. I don't know. I loved that movie.
Oh,
It is total camp.
Russell
Total
says
camp.
Top Gun, Top Gun, Top Gun, classic.
So,
Yeah, that's probably the best
Yes.
recruiting from the Navy ever had.
as an 80s child, I hate to admit this, I have never seen Top Gun start to finish.
And again, we can't be friends.
I've like picked up pieces of it when it's on cable or whatever now that we're older, but I didn't grow up having cable. I was
You've
poor.
never seen the whole movie through?
Nope, I've never seen Top Gun all the way from
Top
start
Gun
to
for
finish.
movies for your weekend.
Never seen Top Gun.
Weird.
Oh, what about comedies? I love In the Army now.
Filbert, yes, with
That
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore is hilarious.
Filbert says, love that movie. Also, Flags of Our Fathers.
Starbucks 17.
Starlight 17. I've never seen that.
It's a set in a German POW camp, and you have these Allied POWs who are trying to escape, but one of the people in the camp is a spy for the Germans.
Oh,
Very good
Heroes
movie.
is loosely based on it.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
I used to love MASH. I know there was a MASH movie.
there was. Donald
Well, it
Sutherland
started-
Yeah, Donald Sutherland.
oh gosh, I can't. Elliot Gould.
Yes. I don't think
It
I saw
started,
that, but I love
it
that
was
show.
before the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it had
it was
completely
before.
different actors. Well, except one. Who was the one?
Honeycutt,
Gary
right?
Berghoff.
Yeah.
Gary Berghoff was in both.
Oh, okay.
But not the same character, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same character?
same character.
There's so many. There's so many military movies, and some of them just kill you. I haven't seen American Sniper yet.
I've been wanting to see that.
What's the one? Oh,
It's on
is it
HBO
the
right
Hurt
now.
Locker where they do the bomb
Yes.
stuff? That
Yeah,
one was
yeah.
good,
That
too.
one was good.
Yeah. So thankfully,
if you
I've
want
never.
military comedies, you have Hot Shots.
Oh,
Oh, Hot Shots.
Did
Yes,
not
we-
just bring up Hot
I was going to
Shots.
bring that up in a little
There's
bit.
so much hatred in this room right now from me.
I
Why
love
do you guys
Hot
love
Shots.
those stupid movies?
Because they're funny.
They're funny.
Oh my god, they're ridiculous.
They're completely funny.
I hate
Come on,
those
they
things.
dropped a bomb in Saddam Hussein's lap.
Not funny.
Oh, come on.
No, it's not.
Really? Lloyd
You like-
Bridges cleaning his
You like
ears
Men in
with
Tights
a-
too, don't you?
Yes.
Oh Lord, Mel Brooks.
That's
for
Mel
crying out
Brooks.
loud.
My heart it hurts. I can't take it.
Oh, God.
How can you not like a Mel Brooks
movie? I'm walking.
I love Mel Brooks.
But I do.
Yeah, you're just producing it for Vince.
Producer from
Do it
this
for-
half. That's
He's like, Turn
enough.
off my mic and everything. I'm not even allowed to talk anymore. He's like, you're done.
Pretty
That's
much.
it. You're over.
Yeah, even Russell
It's a good
says,
show.
Colleen, we can't be friends anymore till you see Top Gun.
I'm not allowed to be friends with any of my friends that grew up in the 80s. I'm
Who's
not a good
Filbert?
80s kid. I don't know. Say hi, Filbert.
Hi, Filbert. Who are you, Filbert? Let us know.
So that there was a lot, like there's a lot of military movies. I've never been, thank the Lord, in a war situation. Oh, what about Red Dawn?
Yeah.
Made me
Yes,
think of like war
yes.
coming
The
to
original.
us.
The original with Charlie
I
Sheen.
liked
I-
the new
I like
one.
both of 'em.
I liked both of them for their own purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't hate the new one. Okay, speaking of hating movies, I hate to jump ship here. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, we got 2,700 views on that story about Jim and the holograms.
Yeah.
Talk about... I don't even know where to begin with this movie.
So we saw Jim in the holograms over the weekend.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
We had told everybody that we were going to watch it and, reserve our opinion until we had seen the actual movie, right? And I love Glee. I love Glee. I love
Oh, and
Pitch
Russell says the
Perfect.
Monuments Men.
Monuments Men.
That was a
Oh,
good
that was a
movie.
good one, too.
Yeah.
I love Glee. I love Pitch Perfect. I love these sing-songy movies, right? Okay. This movie was so bad, people, you don't know. Vince was traumatized by his mom when he was a kid because apparently they didn't have movie times, like, back then or something. I don't know why your mom never knew when the movie started, but Vince always had to go to the movies in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he'd watch it, and then he'd have to watch, like, the first half, and then he'd have to leave. So he's really weird about, like, we have to get to the movie early. We have to get, like, all of our drinkage and popcorn and stuff, and you never leave the movie. Like, you better hold that pee or else, right? You don't mess around with Vince's movie.
No, if you leave and come back, I'm not going to tell you what happened. I guess you should have stayed here and watched it.
He went and got popcorn during this movie. He was that bored. Okay? He volunteered. He even asked me, would you like some more popcorn? I think I'd like more popcorn. I'm going to go get more popcorn. Okay, that's how bad this movie was. Just
I don't...
be honest.
It was...
No, but
It wasn't
I
a
didn't hate
good
it.
movie. It wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't horrible.
Like, some of the songs were catchy, but the story was so contrived. I mean, it was so pathetic. Seriously?
More contrived than an 80s cartoon?
Yes. And it was so far from being Gem and the Hot. Like, it was so far. To me, I thought it was too far. It was, like, too far removed.
Well, I think it was kind of the genesis of Gem, which you never technically really saw, of how it started from the beginning.
You're always trying to give these movies, like, the benefit of the doubt. You're not very
You
nice
give
to
everything
people,
the benefit
but
of the doubt.
I know.
But you don't
but
do it for movies.
Not for movies. I don't know. I really was hoping it would at least be, like, Pitch Perfectly kind of kitschy, but it was really boring. Some of the songs are cute. I liked some of the songs, but it was just like, oh, I know what's going to happen next. Oh, I know what's going to happen next. And their acting kind of sucks. And they're kind of putting me to sleep. I don't know.
Russell...
The studio's pulling the movie after 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was what we posted that got 2,700 views, is that the studio is pulling that movie because it's done so bad.
But look, we only paid $1.50 for it.
We did.
To get in.
We went to the cheapo theater, so yeah.
So before they pulled it, we got to see it.
And it was still too much for $1.50.
Big
It was
Daddy
still better than
Russell
Fantastic
says,
Four.
okay, top 5 worst movies of 2015 so far.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, that's one.
Fantastic Four. Oh God, what have we even seen in 2015?
We haven't seen much bad, though.
I don't think so.
So,
You know, because we
Gem.
kind of stay Gem, Fantastic Four. We kind of stay away from some of the ones that we know. Like, you can tell that Hansel and Gretel looking like going to Grandma's house, supposed scary movie one.
Oh, The Visit?
The Visit. Like, you can tell that that's going to be total camp, right? So you just don't go see it.
Yeah, but sometimes you're in the mood for camp. I
Yeah, I
am.
guess.
Camp can be good, but it's when camp is just really contrived and forced.
Yeah, agreed. What else have we seen? I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I don't even remember.
Not bad, not worst.
I don't remember if it happened. Like, I guess I blocked it out. I'm gonna have to look up like what movies were released because I don't even remember.
Because RoboCop didn't come out till
RoboCop's
before
old.
the second.
No, there were so many that I liked.
The reboot.
Like Spy, I thought was hilarious.
Spy was good.
Yeah.
I didn't even hate, and I wanted to because I normally hate it, but I didn't even hate that Fast and the Furious. I was like,
No, it's
please
pretty
don't make
good.
me go to Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Please don't make me go. But it was pretty good. Trying to think. I'm gonna look up a list and then it'll
Worst
jog my
2015
memory.
movies.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna look at what was released because then I'll be able to think. I know what's gonna be the best one.
I mean, we've seen good ones.
Yeah, I liked The Man from. So I'm looking at the list right
Man
now.
from Uncle.
I liked The Martian. I
Mhm.
liked The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I liked Crimson Peak. See, some of these that I know were gonna suck, we just didn't watch. I liked Inside Out. I liked The Gift. I thought that was good. I liked Jurassic World. I liked Maze Runner. The Scorch Trials was good. Ant-Man was good. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation was good. Trainwreck was decent. Mad Max was excellent.
Yeah.
There not
Yes.
being 5 this year is pretty good for 2015.
Yeah, I
Russell
mean, things
says.
that we knew were gonna suck. Pixels. Like, we know it's gonna suck. We didn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
see it.
Yeah. We still should have seen it.
It's on video.
If I had to pick, I would say Tomorrowland.
No, Tomorrowland was
I
good.
like Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland was
Like
good. The
Tomorrowland.
problem with the movie is intended to make people think and act to make the world a better place, and people don't want to do that.
Possibly.
Oh, and also just to let y'all know, we're on Fanboy TV once again.
Woo!
And you can see us there, and you can chat with us there as well. The last I looked through it didn't update it, but I published it on Fanboy TV.
It'll probably get there.
So it'll eventually get there, but you should be able to see it live.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of these that we thought were going to be terrible, we just didn't go see them. I mean, we had said that we were going to see Gem, so we just went and saw Gem. Like, you know. Yeah.
You know, the fact that you were able to see it for $1.50 within 2 weeks of its opening.
Yeah. I mean, that tells you something right there. I just happened to be looking at the $1.50 theater because I thought, well, that'll be a good date night,
And it's
right?
like, we'll give you free popcorn if you come see the movie.
I was like, Gem is here already?
Had you not seen the cartoon, would you think it was that bad?
Yeah, I still thought it was really boring. You didn't find it really boring? Like, I just thought
the
it
beginning.
was boring.
The beginning was boring. That's why I got popcorn.
Yeah.
Eventually, once she discovers synergy.
I mean, I don't know.
What
You
Synergy
knew
is
what all
gonna
the
do.
clues were. It was kind of easy to tell.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
that
I
was
mean,
one of the things I liked about National Treasure was the clues weren't easy to tell, but they gave you enough time that you could figure the clues out and you could kind of like go through the movie and figure it out with them. So I don't mind if a movie's like kind of leading you to things, but making you think about it. This one was just kind of like, oh yeah, you know what's going to happen. Oh yeah, you know that she's going to drop her sisters. Oh yeah, you know there's going to be a crying jag about it. Oh yeah, you know she and the boy are going to get together. It was just like...
But
Same old,
isn't
same
everything always going to be so contrived? Because
no, there
everything's
are a lot
already
of movies that are not formulaic.
everything has already been done.
No, I disagree. There's a lot of movies that aren't formulaic. I don't know. Maybe they don't shock you, but sometimes they shock me. What was that one with Will Smith where he's a thief? That one came out this year, and it was good and twisty and turny, and you weren't quite sure.
Oh,
What it was
yeah.
called now. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
You didn't know what was going on all the time, right? A couple of times you had to really think about it, and you thought something was up, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I can usually figure it out.
But I don't think you figured that one out. That was one of the ones I was trying to think of that maybe you didn't figure it out. I don't know. That's what I like.
I mean, but there were
about-
certain aspects that followed a formula because every formula has been done already.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's
I
just
think
combinations of the formulas.
That, yeah, I mean, I think that there are kind of set storylines that we see even in books, right? Even in comic books, we see like these set story types and storylines that are going to go about.
Filbert says paint by numbers, basically.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a fill in the blank here. It's also almost like what we do for like missions or whatever in a role playing game. It's like, you know, you got to save a scientist or there's a bomb gonna go off or something. Yeah, there's always a formula to things.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
So-
Geeky Hoodie is on. Hi,
Hoodie.
Geek. Hi, Geeky Hoodie.
Yay. So I don't know. So to answer Russell's question, that was a really long answer. I don't think I have 5 because we
No.
do tend to kind of avoid the ones that we know are going to be pretty lousy.
No,
And-
but we've seen some that were said that were going to be pretty lousy, and we didn't hate them. In fact, we kind of liked them.
Well, that happens sometimes too, though. I mean, that's just. I think you and I just. That's one of our niches. You and I just really like movies.
Mhm.
Just we like the heck out of movies.
Well, I liked the heck out of movies.
I do too. I'm getting less and less as I get older, like very stubborn about it being like the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting much less stubborn about that. I just enjoy the books for what the books are, and then I just enjoy the movie or the TV show for what it is.
I just enjoy the movie.
Like I'm reading the Sookie Stackhouse novels right now, which is what True Blood was based on,
Mhm.
and I've been telling you some of the storyline. It's nothing like the show, but I loved the show.
Yeah.
And I just really love the novels too. I'm already on number 8 out of 13, so
And they're real short books.
They are
Not-
short.
Not really
Yeah.
long.
really short. So yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if it's because I see so many people nowadays and they're so worked up about everything. Like the stupid red cup in front of you. People get worked up over the stupidest garbage. And like, what is the point in getting all worked up over
Yes,
stuff?
this red cup, and I posted this on I posted it on the Geek Out SA Facebook, and I said Merry Vincemas. I was like, this is the only way real people order their caffeine is with their name on it, with their real name on it, not Merry Christmas. But I mean, they didn't have to do it red.
Well, red's a Christmas color.
Red's a Christmas color. And, because it doesn't have snowflakes and snowmans on it, means they're taking Christ out of Christmas. There wasn't snowflakes and...
What does that have to do with Christianity?
Snowmen,
Snowflakes
yeah.
and snowmen.
They weren't in the
Nothing.
Bible. So...
I don't understand what coffee has to do with Christianity, period.
No.
What does a corporate coffee chain have to do with Christianity?
But here's the stupid thing about it. Oh, yeah, well... I'm going to go there and make them write Merry Christmas on my cup. Yeah, stupid. You're still buying it.
Not only
Yeah,
that,
they
but
don't
you're
care.
also announcing to the store you're a real jerk.
Well, and like,
And
if
it's
I
not...
walk up
And I went into... you saw the picture that I had, and there's, like, Christmas stuff behind me.
you, yeah. They're just not telling customers Merry Christmas. Is that the big deal? And they didn't fancy
I
up
think
their
so,
cups,
because
or...
some people... Not everybody is Christian.
Yeah, there's lots of people who aren't Christian and celebrate all kinds of different things.
There's like 20 things being celebrated in the month of December, depending on your religion.
Yeah.
So
and
if
in
you
the
want to put a
schools,
dreidel on here, then put a dreidel on there. If you want to put a Star of David,
it's
put a
like
Star of
giving
David.
you a blank canvas to be who you are. That's what
Snowflake
it
or
is.
Christmas tree, write it.
Yeah.
Here, look, get a Sharpie. Write it yourself. Yeah. And you want to know something? It's cheaper to do one color on a cup.
Well, too bad they're not going to send that our way and reduce the cost of the coffee. Because how much did that venti... That's a shame that I know what that is. I feel so ashamed now. How much did that thing cost you? $8?
No, it was like $4.
Oh, really?
Well,
You just got a regular coffee. You didn't get any free
no, I got
stuff.
a cappuccino.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think they were doing some kind of thing for Veterans Day that you get a free cup of coffee. So I guess they just added the rest of whatever.
Of whatever was...
Yeah.
That's nice. And they do stuff like that. There's so much money poured into that company.
And I'm looking there. I went to take more pictures because they had a picture of a snowman cookie up that they were selling. I was like, it's a snowman cookie. They make Christmas blend coffee. Yeah.
So I saw it and people were talking about it and I was like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What's another thing that's been happening recently that I just don't get? I was just thinking about it the other day. I was like, people would...
Geeky Hoodie says it's all about Christian rights, not about Jesus at all.
But
the Christians have the same rights that everybody else does. Mm-hmm. Nobody's saying you can't celebrate. That is a corporate business's choice to say what they want in their business and to make their cup the way they want in their business. They're not saying that Christians can't celebrate Christmas all of a sudden. They're just saying, we choose to have a blank slate cup.
Yeah.
There's your cup.
And because there aren't everybody that happens to celebrate Christmas, so maybe they don't necessarily want to hear Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear it, that's fine. If you want to tell them, I'm sure they're not going to say, oh, bah humbug.
Yeah. It just happens to be a very specific holiday based on one religion. Mm-hmm. And people are trying to get away from this.
I'm sure it's not something that happens here in San Antonio because the majority of people here are Catholic and Christian.
Mm-hmm. But there are still people. There are still Jewish people. There are still Buddhist people.
Yeah, but the concentration of them aren't here.
No,
they're
not
more
here
up north and northeast United States.
I just don't see... So I have a lot of very Christian family members, and so I've seen a lot of this going around lately about Christian rights and Christian rights and Christian rights. I still don't see how giving other people rights is taking rights away from Christians.
It isn't.
That doesn't make any sense to me. The Christians aren't losing any of their rights. They're not being stepped on and told that they can't have the right to do...
Well, let's say this because not all Christians are saying this. Because Hoodie's bringing up a big thing.
It's the evangelical Christians that are doing it.
It's like the ones that are really...
The ones that are the loudest. They're the squeaky wheels.
The squeaky wheels.
They're the squeaky wheels. The other Christians are not being loud. I mean...
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. It's the squeaky wheels that are being loud.
But
they're the ones being heard.
But the majority of Christians aren't getting butt hurt by a freaking coffee cup.
Right. No. They're just not paying any attention. It has no bearing on anything whatsoever. It's not like Starbucks is out there like burning Bibles or something.
Well, not only that, but this whole thing was started by an internet troll.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the stuff nowadays, that's it. You know, it's some internet troll.
But he didn't accomplish what he wanted to accomplish. Because, number one, there's tons more people, because I went today. There's a ton of people going today.
Uh-huh.
Part of it was for the free coffee. Part of it was because of the Christmas thing.
Oh, sure.
They drove more people to go just because.
He should watch Kevin Smith.
Just because they want to see it.
Because Kevin Smith will tell you that the negative publicity will get you a heck of a lot further than positive publicity. Mm-hmm. Kevin Smith went to some of the screenings of Dogma where people were outside picketing because of his, and he was out there like yelling things against his movie, like stirring up the crowd to get it more worked up, because he got more negative publicity that way. And then all of a sudden everybody's interested and they're like, oh wait, that Dogma is terrible. Well, we shouldn't be watching that. Well, we better go see it.
And I didn't mention this, and Russell just brought it up. And he says the guy went in, and he was carrying a gun on him, and then he shows it on the video. Look, I was even carrying my gun just because, regardless of their policy. So he was doing it just to be a jerk.
Yeah, that just shows that you're a jerk. That doesn't show anybody anything except that you're a jerk.
So, I don't know. I got coffee. It's good. It's real tasty.
I used to like their coffee.
Well, I got the cappuccino, so.
Man, when we could get coffee with our USAA, oh my God. So one of the perks at USAA is you have a scanning chip on your ID card, and you can go to any of the businesses that are in any of the buildings, and you just scan it, and they automatically take it out of your paycheck.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. I spent so much money just going, oh, here, scan this. Oh, here, scan this.
That is insane.
It was insane.
And then when you get your paycheck,
I got $50 this week.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just drank $500 worth of Starbucks. I'm so sad.
Sad face.
So sad. I'm just glad that, you know, the pumpkin spice thing is over, because I'm so over pumpkin spice and pumpkin spice and pumpkin spice.
I like pumpkin spice. I wish I had gotten some.
It's all right, but everybody's just like, they go pumpkin spice like squirrel crazy when it all comes out. They're like, I need pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice muffins.
Spice.
Pumpkin spice cookies. Oh.
All the Dune references. The spice. I love it. I love that people are crazy. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now just December is going to be here soon, and it's all going to be mint.
Oh yeah, peppermint. Oh,
they've already started it.
That is one of the times when I do have weakness for Starbucks, is when they have the mint mocha.
The peppermint mocha.
Oh my God, yes, the peppermint mocha is to die, people. Not gonna lie, I have a Starbucks problem.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So what else do we have a problem with? Oh, so we have a movie problem. We now have a Starbucks problem, and we have a TV show problem. We do watch a lot of TV shows.
We do watch a lot of TV shows, but talking about America and veterans, we should also talk about American Alien, a pre-Superman comic.
I read about this today. Oh my God, it looks fabulous.
So it kind of explains how something like the Man of Steel could happen, because it kind of shows Clark Kent as someone human
Yes.
that had flaws and got into fights and didn't understand how to use his powers.
Yeah, I really.
So there's a creepy looking image that I put on the.
The one of him bleeding with his.
No, the one of his eyes.
Oh. Well, I saw the sneak preview of issue 1, and he's little, like he's pretty little when it starts out in issue 1, and he just starts like flying, all of a sudden, and he doesn't know where it comes from, and he doesn't know how to deal it. He gets like stressed out and he starts flying. So it's all of this that he has to go through, like trying to deal with these powers, and then he's with his friends, and he's like watching this movie, horror alien movie, and he goes to the bathroom and he looks at himself in the mirror and he sees like a creepy alien, and so then he goes to punch the mirror because he's upset, and he knocks the whole wall out. So it shows this vulnerability that I always liked in the Man of Steel movie that people always argue with me about. Yes, he's not human, but he grew up here. He knew nothing else but here. So all of his examples and everything he has is from humanity. So he emulates us.
And on Krypton, he wouldn't have had the powers that he developed anyway.
Right. So we
because
don't know.
Everybody on Krypton didn't have that power because they didn't have a yellow sun.
Right. And we know that there are bad people because they have the Phantom Zone and they have the prison and everything. And we see Zod. So we don't really know who Clark would have been. You kind of think he would be good, but lots of good parents have bad kids. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And just because he shows his humanity doesn't make him a bad person. You can still have feelings and be hurt and have emotions and still care about mankind and still do the right thing. You just might have moments of weakness. I liked that about Man of Steel. I liked that he was like so conflicted, because he really didn't want to kill Zod, but he felt like he didn't have any choice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because he was going through it, it was like, I can't do this. This is the last Kryptonian that I know of. Well, until Supergirl.
Oh my God, do not get me started on Supergirl again. Do not get me started. Seriously, do you want me to go off on Supergirl?
Are you not liking it?
I do and I don't. So I'm kind of over this whole, like, Clark Kent is over her shoulder and he's ever present but not ever actually present. And then this whole, like, instant messaging thing that they were doing at the ending. Really? Like, she's going to be on instant messaging and we know Big Brother is watching and they're going to be talking to each other and they're just going to be spreading the word that he's Clark Kent and everything. And she tells everybody and their mother who everybody is. I don't know.
Maybe they're using some Kryptonian technology to do it.
Boo. I say boo.
Who's going to decipher Kryptonian?
I say
Or not Kryptonian, Kryptonese is what it's called.
Well, they showed it to us in English, so.
Because we can't read Kryptonese.
Oh my God, you're really reaching there, buddy. You're really reaching.
They do that all the time.
No. I don't know. I think
because
it has
she
its
would
hit and
probably
miss
already
moments.
know the Kryptonese language. Because she was older when she left. Clark could have learned it from the
pod.
From the pod and from the crystals.
I'm not saying that they didn't. I just didn't like some of the. I just don't like some of the aspects still. Like, it just seems like it's trying too hard sometimes. Does it seem like it's trying too hard?
Mm-mm.
I think it does. Maybe it's because I'm a girl, and I feel like that it's trying too hard. It's like trying too hard for her to be this strong female character, and Callista Flockhart is all take charge, and Lexi is all
but then it shows that she's not. It's showing her in the same thing that she's not as strong yet. She's not as strong as...
I think they're getting better at that aspect.
Yeah.
Showing that she's like working towards her strength and she's working towards her knowledge. Because in that first episode, I thought, man, when they just jumped in and all of a sudden she beats a bad guy, I thought, boo, here we go. Like, this is going to be awful.
Well, they made I saw a real interesting thing when she was talking to whatever Callista Flockhart's name is in the
Yeah, I don't know.
show. And Oh, something to the effect she was telling her, "Oh, you're not as powerful as Superman," and then she shoots her heat vision, but of course her heat vision is blue, and when you look at heat that's blue, it's usually hotter than if it's red, right?
Yes, I'm with you.
So that's
you're saying
one
she's
aspect
more powerful than he is when it comes to the heat vision.
with the heat vision. That's what I'm thinking.
That seems to be her kind of go-to thing that she really gets.
Yeah.
So maybe that they're gonna try to really focus on that. I don't hate it. I just don't think it's there yet. I think there are a couple of things that still like really bug me about it, and it's kind of driving me nuts. I do like the new fact that they are showing some of her weaknesses and that she's trying to like build herself up and learn things and like fight with her cousin. I like that whole fight that they did where she was in the room with like the Krypton and she got to fight and see what it was like to be like normal strength or whatever and do some fighting moves. That was
with her sister.
Yeah, with her sister, not her cousin.
Her cousin's a Superman.
Her cousin is Superman, yeah. So I like some of it not so much. I know she's young and that's why she like blurts things out and stuff, but sometimes it's a little too, ditzy for me. I don't know. That's just me. You know how I get. I don't know. I'm super connected to like Flash.
Oh yeah. Geeky Hoodie said, "So how did they pierce your ears?"
They used a Kryptonian needle.
Yeah. Kryptonian needle.
And then they pushed it in real quick. So she has to fix them like
all the time. I really like the Flash. Flash made me cry this week, almost. I was like kind of teary.
He was trying so hard.
And Zoom is scary. Zoom gave me the creeps. Like,
yeah.
That is a creepy villain. Whoever that actor is, I haven't even looked it up yet, but just their presence and everything is super creepy. Like his body language and stuff gives me the creeps. And Harrison Wells is such a you-know-what. And oh my God, I just want to reach in there and slap him.
But I like that about him.
Of course you do.
It brings I don't know. Because
it brings that tension that you need, right? And all of that stuff.
It brings you tension, but you kind of see that he's means well. He just has...
He means to do what he needs to do for himself. Because he loves his daughter.
Because he loves his daughter.
Guilty because he was ugly to her before she got kidnapped by Zoom.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He means to do what he needs to do for himself. And yeah, sometimes like the Flash and all of them are a little too hand-holdy. So it's good to have somebody who's kind of a, behind, who gets in there and like stirs things up so that they're not all kumbaya all the time. So that aspect is good. And I think, it's good that you want to slap him because that's what he's supposed to be there for anyway. So he's doing a good job in his role when you want to reach through the TV and smack him around. Another character that I like in one of our shows that I think is like really building up and that you shouldn't really like, but you can't help but like, is Ed Nygma in Gotham.
Yes.
Like, he is losing his stuff. He's just like totally losing it. He takes Miss Kringle's body out into the woods to like have a farewell picnic with her, kills another dude, gets his finger sandwiches eaten by somebody, goes to hunt them down in the woods. Like, it's a whole disaster of a storyline, but it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, you should definitely check that one out, because that one was good.
Oh my God, and then with Baby Bruce, I'm like screaming at him the whole time, "Don't do it, Baby Bruce! Listen to Alfred! Listen to your heart! No!"
Because he looked like he wanted to. I was like, oh God, he's going to do it.
What's going to happen? I was like, is Fox going to like help, like, he's going to come through at the last minute and he's going to find out what was on Dad's computer or what? Well, he's supposedly like in the background working on the computer to try to fix it.
But you don't even see him down there doing anything. Well, he must have taken it to his lab or something.
Yeah, he took it to his lab. And then I like Jim Gordon. He's so dark and steely, and man, he grits his teeth like Christian Bale when he talks. He's like,
well, I think what they're trying to do is Bruce is going to start taking on some of his traits, and that's why he is the way. That's the way. Why he sounds the way he does.
Really? Maybe.
As Batman.
Maybe. I know people
But
were...
I figured that out from like the first episode. I was like, yeah, I can see what they're doing here.
trying to pick that up. I know people were pretty mad because they said that Bruce not signing, actually goes against the whole deep-seated nature of who Batman is. Because Batman will do anything, give anything. There's no cost that's too great to find out what happened to his parents and avenge them. So for him to have paused there and not sign,
but he still has to do it. No, well, Batman does it, but he still needs to do it. He needs to see that justice has been done. So sometimes there are lines that he won't cross.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he needs to feel like... From my perspective, I felt like it was this side of Batman where I guess I always get this sense of Batman where Batman needs to be the one who deals with it himself, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he's got to take care of it. He's got to get rid of the bad guy. He's got to take the trash out. Like, he's got to be the one who takes care of it. So I think by Baby Bruce not signing that contract with Galavan to try to get the information about his parents' death, he was saying, I've got to deal with this myself. I've got to be a man, be a big boy, and I've got to deal with my own demons and stuff and like, deal with my company. So, I don't know. I really like Gotham. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, Russell's saying Gotham has turned out to be a pretty intense show.
Yeah,
so,
I would agree with that.
I'm really digging it. Walking Dead. Of course, we don't see Glenn either survive or die.
I'm like, when are people going to riot about Glenn? Can you please tell us what's happening with Glenn? Like, at this point, people are screaming at their TV. Boy, there was a lot of loving going on in this movie. People kissing each other all over the place. I guess, it's that whole, it's the end of the world kind of feeling, and we might as well do it one last time before we can't kind of thing. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with all the walkers outside of the fence and what they're going to do and what choices they're going to have to make. So, we didn't really see Carol. We still don't know. I'm guessing next week is going to be more focused on Daryl and...
and they're just going to stretch it out, what's happening to Glenn.
Oh. They're going to torture us at least until the end. At least until the final episode of the season, and they might torture us all the way until the next season. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. They are going to torture us.
I don't know. There's only so much you can do, though.
Greg Nicotero is a jerk.
Are they jerks, or is that good TV when they're dragging you along and torturing you?
See, how long can we screw with these guys?
I wonder how different it is for the Netflix generation to just see all of these kinds of events back to back. It kind of kills some of that, like, fun suspense.
It does.
Mean, you have suspense for like an hour or two until you get to a couple of episodes in and you finally figure out what happens. But this is like, agonizing, suspense for maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks. We don't know, right? And every time you see a commercial or something, you're like, oh my God, was that Glenn? Did I see a picture? Like, what's going on? I don't know. That's what I like about watching the shows, like, on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did they have the guy that plays Glenn on Talking Dead after his character died?
They did
Nope.
not.
He's not dead yet.
That's what everybody's claiming.
Yeah, but
that's what everybody's claiming is the
They
formula.
started off on Talking Dead, don't read into this that Glenn's not here.
He's not dead yet. He's not on Talking Dead. He's not dead yet.
I think they're trying to keep the suspense up. I mean, that's a good way to drag people along, because now people are like, oh, he's not dead. And then the other camp is like, yes, he is. Don't be stupid. He was surrounded by zombies.
But he was covered with goo.
I know.
But they did with the, whatchamacallit, the sewer tunnels.
Yeah. In the first season, when they covered themselves with all the zombie goo, maybe he's going to do that.
Maybe. I mean, Michonne walked through all of that stuff with her zombie pets, and they stayed away because of them. And Carol did the stuff where she put the zombie blood on her. So, I mean, it is possible that can be used as a camouflage. I was a little disappointed this episode that we didn't get to see Rick really escape from the zombies. I mean, he was running away from the horde, and I guess we just assume that he like just got out of the RV and started running towards the place, but. And then I don't know, because I never read the graphic novel, so I don't know who this guy Negan is, or Negan, or whoever the new bad guy is. It's the guy from ER that the blonde chick loved him. Oh, what is that actor's name? I forgot his name.
Denny from ER?
Yeah, Denny from ER.
But not from ER.
Denny.
No,
He's
not
the
from
new
ER.
Negan.
But he wasn't from ER.
Who was he from?
Oh,
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy,
Grey's
yeah.
Anatomy. My bad. But yeah, I don't remember that actor's name. But he is the new bad guy, but not coming till next season.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like.
But he's the one that makes the wolves, right?
Oh, he's the one who makes the wolves.
Isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read that story. I was super busy. So, I don't know. I
think he
makes
is.
a good kind of a-hole character, kind of a bad guy. He's played that character before on a couple of things, and he's pretty successful at it. So I think he'll be interesting to see. And he's kind of a big hulking man, so it'll be another one for Abraham to kind of get into it with. So I think it'll be interesting to see how it folds out. I like.
I'm liking it, but I want to know what happened to Glenn.
But I think I like that about that. I like that frustration and that like being strung along. So. Hey, have you seen that?
It's like the same string along that they did with Daredevil.
Yeah.
Where
the
you
Daredevil
don't
we
see.
watched like back to back.
Yeah.
We were like, show his suit, get the suit, make the suit. Like every
And finally, the
episode.
last episode. Here's the suit.
Yeah. You're like,
He got so beat up in that.
yeah.
Yes.
That was one thing you love about him. Like he gets creamed so much in that show. You're like, and he got beat down.
He can like
again.
barely
And he got
stand
beat
it.
down
Oh.
again.
And then back. Let me fight some more.
Let me find some other guys. Have you seen that a bunch of people are like putting together a petition for Constantine ever since he was on
NBC.
Oh,
Arrow
on
or-
Arrow.
Yeah, he was on Arrow. So they're like all trying to rally together to like get him his own
Yes.
show again. That show was good. I
That
don't
show
know.
was good.
People gotta watch these TV shows or they get taken off. Or maybe they could get turned into like a Hulu or a Netflix original.
Or they apparently do well on CW,
yeah.
so.
So I think on tonight's Arrow, we haven't seen tonight's Arrow obviously because we're on right now, but I think on tonight's Arrow it's another Flash crossover and they're supposed to show Hawkgirl and no, did you read that story? I saw the picture.
Yeah, you saw the picture. It was a promo for Legends of Tomorrow.
I thought they said it was an Arrow Flash.
No,
crossover.
because this one is supposed to be about them trying to get what's his name? Captain
Underpants? No, I don't know.
No, Superman from Superman Returns. What's his name?
The actor's name?
Palmer or whatever.
Oh, the little dude who's Adam, Captain Adam.
Captain Adam. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I get
Because he's like miniaturized and what's his name has him? The blonde
Oh, yeah.
guy.
I remember that. Okay.
So that one was.
So this is from.
But Adam is supposed to be in the Legends of Tomorrow.
He's part of the team.
Yeah.
So have you been keeping up with any of the Star Wars, or you're just totally avoiding it all?
I'm avoiding it all.
I tried to avoid it today too. I saw like this one headline on IO9 because I go on there a lot. And it was like, Princess Leia is no longer called Princess Leia. And I was like, no! Stop telling me stuff! I don't want to know! Get it out of my head. Like, I'm trying to...
How could she be a princess? Her planet got blown up.
Yeah. I just don't want to see any of it. Like, I'm trying not to. And then I'm like, what? Crazy rumors about Star Wars? And I start to read it. I'm like, no! Stop looking at it! Don't read it! Just wait!
It already ticked me off that I found out that who Finn is.
Oh, you did? Well, don't
Yeah.
tell me, because I didn't find out. I don't want to know.
It's not difficult.
I don't want to know anything. You be quiet.
Oh, yeah. Russell says, Colleen, I have the same feeling when I have to wait for the next Geek Out SA. The suspense just kills me.
The suspense is horrible. What are they going to talk about?
What are they gonna
You
talk
know what
about
I
now?
want to see so bad? Since all of these kids that are the new superheroes are all like old cast members from Glee, I would like to see a musical. Please sing. Sing for us. I
Well,
wanna see a
Barry already
musical.
sang.
I heard that Shatner was like trying to get a Star Trek musical going. I was like, no. Please stop.
He needs to go
Please
away.
just stop, Shatner. You're just like trying too hard now. People don't like you
If you want to
anymore.
do something, do Boston Legal.
Yes. Go back to Boston Legal. We totally loved you there. You were awesome. Like, stop trying to get people to love you. Like,
Just pay attention to me and love me.
somebody needs to love me.
You see-
So, are you gonna get the new Han Solo blaster flask so you can say I shot
Oh my
first?
gosh.
I need to.
Here's your
I don't
shot. I
know.
shot first.
Oh, I've been looking at the Luke's lightsaber,
Uh-huh.
Is
Uh,
new one?
the new one.
Doesn't he have a new one in this one? In
Oh,
this movie?
I don't know. But no, the one from Return of the Jedi,
Oh, okay.
the green one. I kind of want one. I want one of those now. I don't know. It'll be cool. But yeah, no. So, what did we talk about today? We talked about
much.
Starbucks, Red Cup,
Yeah.
taking my selfie with it for Merry Vincemas,
Merry Vincemas.
or Merry Geekmas, or something other
Mary
than
had a little lamb.
Merry Christmas.
Like, who cares?
We talked about all our geeky shows.
Veterans Day.
Talked about Veterans Day, of course.
Good and bad movies.
Good and bad movies.
Lots of disagreement there.
Not a lot,
There was probably more. I just didn't say it all.
probably. At least I didn't say Top Secret.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
that's
God.
awesome. That's a spy movie, not a war movie.
That's the best movie ever.
It really is.
It's one of them.
Okay.
It's funny.
I feel ill.
It
If
really
we could
is.
end the show soon because I'm not feeling well now.
What else we talk about?
I don't know.
American Alien,
American Alien.
the new comic book coming
I'm
out.
excited for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna actually pick that up.
Good job.
So,
Star Wars, not Star Wars.
no,
Don't tell us anything about
don't
Star Wars.
tell us anything about Star Wars. We don't want to spoil it for y'all.
Nope. We're turning it off, and we probably won't talk about it for like 2 weeks to give people a chance. We're gonna
Oh, and
want
then
to
we
talk
talked
about it.
we talked about Daniel too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sad for his family. I mean, I didn't know him personally, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really affect me, but it is sad for his family.
So yeah, and talked about a lot of stuff, and I don't know. Stay tuned for us next week. This weekend we are going to Texas Renaissance Festival,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go check that out and see what's what there. We're gonna be going with
Russell and
Marie.
and Jen and Eric and strictly nerd folks and
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
so it'll be fun. We'll probably do some stuff out there. Take a video or something,
We'll work on
maybe.
that. We'll work on it.
But thanks for tuning in. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen.
Geek Out, SA.